When life starts teaching you through pain, that's when real transformation begins. Every time you break, understand that life is giving you a chance to become stronger. Pain isn't just a feeling, it's a message, a reminder that you're still alive and still learning. Most people try to run from pain, but those who face it head-on emerge as completely new versions of themselves. You might think you've fallen, but in truth, you've just been given a reason to rise. Pain is one of the most misunderstood forces in life. From a young age, we're taught to avoid it, to fear it, to silence it whenever it shows up. But what if pain isn't our enemy? What if it's the very thing shaping us into the person we're meant to become? Unlike comfort, pain doesn't deceive. It speaks in sharp truths, revealing our limits, exposing our flaws, and forcing us to confront parts of ourselves we'd rather ignore. When everything is going well, we coast. We don't question, we don't grow, and we rarely reflect. But when life gets hard, when we're brought to our knees, that's when the inner work begins. That's when we discover our resilience, our patience, and our will to rise. Pain burns away the unnecessary. It teaches us to let go of what's holding us back and focus on what truly matters. It may feel like destruction, but it's actually transformation in progress, breaking down the old so the new can emerge. It's through pain that we build character, develop empathy, and grow stronger in ways we never thought possible. In that way, pain isn't just an obstacle. It's a hidden form of power, waiting to be claimed. There is something profoundly transformative about the moments when we feel completely broken. It is in those moments, when the world feels heavy, when nothing makes sense, and when all doors seem closed, that the foundations of inner strength are laid. Pain has a way of forcing us into silence, stripping away the noise of the world so we can finally hear our own inner voice. It confronts us with questions no comfort ever will. Who are you without success? Without validation? Without certainty? These aren't easy questions, but they are necessary, because when everything falls apart, you start to realize what was never truly yours to begin with: the illusions, the expectations, the attachments. Pain demands that you rebuild from the ground up, not with the borrowed beliefs of others, but with truth forged in your own experience. And in that rebuilding, you become more real, more resilient, and more in tune with your purpose. Growth born out of comfort is temporary, but growth born out of pain is permanent. It changes your character, not just your circumstances. It's why so many of the most powerful people in history didn't just survive pain, they were shaped by it. They didn't ask, "Why me?" They asked, "What now?" And that question alone opened doors they never imagined. The truth is, pain refines you. It burns away the weakness, the fear, the ego, and in doing so, reveals the strongest, truest version of you. Think about the moments in your life that truly changed you. Not the easy ones, not the celebrations, but the nights you cried in silence, the days you felt invisible, the failures that shattered your confidence, the betrayals that made you question everything. Those were the moments when life wasn't trying to destroy you. It was rebuilding you from the inside out. Pain is not chaos. It's an uninvited architect, reshaping your mindset, your priorities, your identity. Most people spend their entire lives trying to avoid pain, seeking comfort in routine, distractions, and shallow pleasures. But comfort breeds stagnation. When you protect yourself from discomfort too much, you also protect yourself from growth. True greatness, whether in art, leadership, or character, is almost born from struggle. The people who inspire us, the ones whose names we remember, are not those who had perfect lives. They are the ones who turned their pain into power, their wounds into wisdom. And that is not a one-time decision. It is a daily, relentless choice to rise above, to take the weight of what hurt you and turn it into the strength that carries you forward. Pain gives you two options: become bitter or become better. Most choose the first because it's easier. But if you choose the second, if you choose to look pain in the eye and say, "I'm still here," then you earn something no comfort can ever give you: unshakable strength. You stop needing approval. You stop fearing failure. You realize that pain didn't break you, it built you. Not in spite of what you went through, but because of it. And that realization alone becomes a kind of freedom nothing else can match. There comes a point in every person's journey where the pain becomes too loud to ignore. where the usual distractions stop working and silence becomes deafening. It is in that silence that you meet your real self. No masks, no roles to play, just you. Raw, vulnerable, and exposed. And in that confrontation, something powerful happens. You realize that pain has been trying to introduce you to your potential all along. It's been trying to break down the false versions of you. The one shaped by others' opinions, by childhood fears, by self-doubt, so the real version of you can finally breathe. The truth is, most people never become who they were meant to be because they keep running from the one thing that can unlock that version: pain. It's uncomfortable, yes, it's terrifying at times, but it's also honest. It doesn't flatter you like praise does. It doesn't protect your ego like comfort does. Pain humbles you, and in that humility, you gain clarity. You start to see what actually matters. You start to notice your own strength, your ability to endure, your capacity to feel deeply. And maybe for the first time in your life, you stop trying to be fine and instead aim to be real. Because the world doesn't need more people pretending to be okay. It needs people who have walked through fire and emerged with light in their eyes. People who aren't afraid to admit, yes, I've been broken, but I didn't stay that way. When you stop resisting pain and begin to listen to it, it starts guiding you, not as an enemy, but as a mentor. It reveals your resilience, your depth, your emotional strength, and most importantly, your purpose. Because once you've survived something that tried to break you, you gain a power that can't be taken away. A kind of power that's invisible on the surface, but unshakable at the core. A power that doesn't shout, but moves mountains quietly, from within. So when life brings you to your knees, when everything you built feels like it's collapsing, when the pain inside you becomes louder than anything around you, remember this: you are not being punished, you are being prepared. You are not being broken, you are being built. Pain is not a full stop. It's a comma in the sentence of your life, a pause before the next rise. Most people want growth without discomfort, success without sacrifice, strength without struggle. But life doesn't work that way. Nothing meaningful is ever born from ease. Trees only grow strong when they've stood through storms. Diamonds are formed under pressure. Muscles are built through tearing. And souls, truly powerful, grounded souls, are forged through pain. That pain you're feeling today? It's shaping your future resilience. It's teaching you lessons no book ever could. It's opening your eyes to truths you would have never seen in comfort. You start realizing that your story, with all its dark chapters, is becoming someone else's survival guide. Your healing, your strength, your comeback, they're not just for you. They're for everyone who will one day look at your journey and say, if they made it through that, maybe I can too. And that's where true power lies. Because pain doesn't just grow you, it connects you. It breaks down the illusion of separation. It makes you more human, more empathetic, more real. And when you come out on the other side, not bitter, but wiser, not weaker, but stronger, you carry something no one can fake: depth. So walk with your scars visible, with your pain turned into purpose, and with your past transformed into fuel. Let the world see not just who you are, but what you've survived to become. Because in the end, pain was never your weakness. It was your origin story. And if you've felt deeply, struggled honestly, and risen bravely, then you, my friend, have already discovered the truth. Pain is power in disguise.